self-image as, sort of how obviously you express yourself and also how you view that expression of yourself that you create.
For me, self-image isn't really a definition, but kind of how you use it in everyday life.
Say self-image is, how we want to present ourselves to the world and to other people.
I perceive myself and how comfortable I feel with myself and who I am.
This is Lily Mizak with the Blueprint News Network. Today we will be discussing self-image, social media, and how the two intertwine and affect today's adolescents. Self-image is defined as the idea one has of one's abilities, appearance, and personality. There are said to be three main components that contribute to your self-image: the way you perceive yourself, the way you think others perceive you, and the way you wish to be perceived. For the adolescent, the ideas of one's self-image can be consuming. With the emergence and relevance of social media, it can be overwhelming. Today we will explore how self-image affects teens and how social media influences those ideas. Even though teenagers make up the small age group of about 8 years, they account for over 30% of all Instagram users. Self-image can be fragile and easily influenced. When these impressionable young adults are consuming the lives and experiences of other people at a rate unlike anything the world has ever seen before, we must ask ourselves, are curated images reality? And is social media doing more bad than good? DGS counselor Katie Blader speaks on the matter.
In general, I think social media can have great positive effects. It connects people, especially in a pandemic, and stay connected to what's going on at school with friends. But self-image wise, what you see on social media is not always the truth, and it's often posed or stylized, and that's just not reality. So I think it's important to remember that and to value in-person connections and health over looks and all of that. So
I tried to shock senior Charlie O'Neill and junior Summer Jarka with a statistic regarding the rate at which young people edit their social media posts, but they were unfazed. The number was originally reported by the London City University before being published by Science Daily. Would it shock you if I told you that 90% of young women self-reported having edited their photos that they've posted online?
Honestly, not really.
No, I don't think so. I think that doesn't surprise me at all.
It is very sad because, I think the biggest thing about how the internet affects self-image is that it's just not realistic. The thing about models and these types of influencers is that they were meant to be an anomaly. It was meant to focus on the extreme beauties of the world that regular people like us just can't really achieve. But since I feel like with social media and we're able to curate wherever we want to be, it can kind of force us to look at ourselves and think, hey, why don't I look like these people?
If everyone starts editing your photo and you don't, then then everyone else has an edge over you, I guess, is the way that I would look at it. So, no, that doesn't surprise me.
In a perfect world, anyone would be able to post the most perfectly posed, photoshopped images of themselves online, and no harm would come from it. But as O'Neill points out, humans are social creatures. Many have a tendency to compare and thrive off of positive affirmation from peers.
It's very helpful. It's a lot easier to feel good about yourself when you see others doing the same thing.
This comparison, though, that social media often facilitates is not inherently unhealthy. As Jarka, O'Neill, and senior Archer Schutte discuss, When handled properly, comparison can promote self-reflection and growth.
And being on social media has affected me positively. I'm able to connect with people and really educate myself on different issues in the world, and also the struggles that everybody else is going through that maybe I relate to.
You know, obviously everyone struggles with things about themselves they don't exactly enjoy. But for me, I try to always think of things as not permanent. I don't feel like that's such a bad thing. Like, if that pushes me to be more, I'm a pretty social person already, but if that pushes me to be more involved, and I feel like that's a good thing.
So maybe the jury's out on this one. Social media, as with many new technologies in the modern world, doesn't seem to fit nicely into a box. Certainly, there are dangers to your self-image that come with the apps on your phone, but there are also opportunities for growth. The most important thing to keep in mind while scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever your social media of choice is that what is presented on the screen is not always reflected in the world. This is Lily Mizak with the Blueprint News Network, signing off.